Hey, what is up, everyone? It is Jimmy here again, and today I am going to be bringing you guys part two of Skyrim. Um, you don't have to worry about missing anything because I did not play this. I left off right where we left off the last time in the last video. So today we're just going to be focusing on doing some quests and unlocking things and just getting stuff out of the way. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. Um, we left off in the last video I had got where I had killed this guy and I took his armor. So I know you guys saw that where the guy was walking and I killed him. He was like I think he was a level. I looked him up. I looked up his character. He was a level 5 heavy armored orc. So we were right here when we took his gear. And as you can see, Lydia there. So we're here right where we left off the last time. As you can see me in my gear. So now we will go ahead and continue our journey to the 7,000 steps. Um, I do have a good idea, or I do have a good feeling that we are going the right way. So if we just continue down this path, we'll be able to get there. Like I said before, this game is really cool. Look at that. This game is really cool because not only does the free roaming part make it fun, but just the fact of like the way the free roaming is, based and set up, like that's what I like. There's so much to do in this game. Like there really is. You can, like I said before, you can go and you can kill animals. You can go hunting animals and kill them, take their pelts, go and sell them for a nice profit at the stores, or you can make your own gear out of their pelts. Like it's really freaking dope. Um, so the hunting skills are they basically took the hunting skills from Red Dead Redemption and added them to Skyrim, but just made them a whole lot more better when putting them in Skyrim. Um, so we are going to go ahead and kill a few wolves along the way. So I wanted to mention to you guys as well. I don't know if I already brought it up to attention, but I am going to bring it up to attention again if I did. The thing that I wanted to bring up to attention to you guys is the armor. And the difference between the light armor and heavy armor is the light armor, it gives you a whole health coverage of about maybe 25% versus now if you were to go up against, let's say, a high level dragon and you have everything low on, like all low armor on. If you were going up against a high level dragon and you had light armor on, then you will be able to still survive, but your chances of surviving will not be really that great, depending on if you know what you're doing and you know what to do without getting killed. Then your chances and odds of surviving are really good. But for those of you that have heavy armor on and let's say you go against, let's say, a level 10 or level 15 dragon, a legendary dragon, then, oh, look at who we found.
You're looking a little rough around the edges. You feeling all right? Bandits attacked and ransacked my cart. Can you help me? My camp is nearby in the ruins of Nilheim. Get me there safely, and you'll be rewarded.
Okay. So again, like I was saying, if let's say we were going against, let's say we were going up against a level 10 or 15 dragon and you had heavy armor on, your chances of surviving that fight are a lot more higher than in wearing heavy armor than from what it is wearing light armor. So just keep that in mind as well, guys. Now we have to keep this guy alive as we fight off some bandits. Oh, he was in cahoots with these guys. That's why he brought us up here. And that's why we had to kill him. Wow. Punk ass. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and take this gold. Let's search the satchel. There's really nothing there. We don't really need the lavender because we don't need to use it for anything. Unless if we just get it and we just sell it to a store, but we won't really get that much for it. Let's go ahead and search this guy. Iron Battle Axe. Okay. That, I believe, is a two-handed weapon. Let's go see. Yep, it's a two-handed weapon. Okay, so I don't need that. Alright. That's a two-handed weapon. I won't be needing that either. I wanted to chop some of that up. Alright. Leather strips, we could use those. And let's go and search some of these guys. We don't need any of their equipment, but we just want their gold. Iron Shield of Blocking. Block 20% more damage with your shield. Okay. But look at the carry weight. That's 12. Okay. We'll keep that. Never know when that might come in handy. And we're going to search this guy, take his arrows, and take his gold. Should we take his clothes? I don't really... Yeah, okay. I guess we can. I don't really need that, but... Hey, if it comes in handy, it comes in handy, I guess. It's not really, didn't really need it because it's not going to provide any protection when we wear it, but just to have it as clothes to lay around in, why not? Okay, take his gold and his lockpicks. Let's go ahead and finish cleaning out this area.
I'll show you a real fight.
Alright. That was, I believe, a level 4 or 5 orc. Me, and since I'm just starting in this game, I am only at level... What level? Level 4. So I'm a level 4 orc. And if you want to be able to... If you want to be able to look at your level at any time in the game while you're paused, all you do is you come to this menu and you can see at the bottom right there where, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it'll say right there what level you are, and it says that I'm currently a level 4. Let's get rid of some stuff here. Okay, we want to keep that. Let's just go ahead and get rid of this other shield that we have for right now, since that is having us carry a lot of weight. Alright, so now we cleared out this tower. Now we can go ahead and continue. We just dropped. Okay. Now we can go ahead and continue our journey. Oh, there's a dead Breton here. Oh, wow. Okay. So now we can go ahead and continue our exploration. All right, so let's go ahead and finish doing that. We're already almost there, so we could just go ahead and continue. We're not that far away now. The city is just up ahead there. Riverwood, or sorry, not Riverwood, Iverstead. Iverstead is just up there. So we will go ahead and continue. Should I keep these one-handed weapons until I get something better? I think I should. Alright, so now we are going to go ahead and level up, guys. Once again, every time you get ready to level up, you will come here to this section, and you will have 3 choices to choose from. You will have 3 choices to level up. You will have your magicka to level up, your health, or your stamina. Me, I always like to choose to level up our health, because the higher level your health is, the longer it takes for you to get killed, and the longer it takes for your health to deplenish when you're struck by an enemy. So, but you guys can choose to level up your magicka, or just level up all 3 if you want, depending on how many perks you have. For instance, we do have 3 perks, so we will level up all 3. And that just leveled us up right there. That leveled up all 3 of our perks. Now we need 4 perks to increase, and we can choose any one of these to increase now. So since we do have 4 of these, we can go ahead and pick one of these to increase. And I think since lock picking is plays a big major role in this game, I think we were going to go ahead and upgrade our lock picking. So now, as you can see, we have novice locks, and novice locks are much easier to pick. So now when we're opening doors or chests and we come through a novice chest or novice level door, they will be a lot easier to pick, and we won't have troubles picking them when we come across those. All right, so I just want to make sure Lydia is doing okay. Another thing to just keep in mind too is when you get followers, you always want to make sure that and you're exploring the outside world, you just always want to make sure that they stay with you at all times, and that they don't get killed, because there will be enemies down the road that you will come across when you're exploring. Some of them will be higher levels than your companion. So if your companion does not have the right gear on, or does not have the right weapons with them, they will get killed. And if you're exploring and you're in a big rural forest like this, then they will tend to get lost. So just be sure to always keep your followers in your eyes at all times, because they will end up getting lost really fast and really quick. Just as you can see here, we already lost Lydia. We don't know where the heck she is or where she went. They do wander off, so as long as they don't get killed while they're looking for you, then they'll respawn. They'll spawn back to you as long as they don't get killed. So I'm pretty sure she'll spawn back to us. All right, so now we are in the city of Iverstead. We're just now discovering.
I do the chores. What else would you have me do? I'm
Now we are going to go listen in on these guys' conversations.
On your way up the 7,000 steps again, brother?
Not today. I'm just not ready to make the climb to High Rock Valley. The path isn't safe.
Aren't the graybeards expecting some supplies?
Honestly, I'm not certain. I've yet to be allowed into the monastery. Perhaps one day.
No offense, but you're not looking so good. Anything?
I wish I could make my deliveries more often, but the road's getting dangerous.
Okay, so basically these are... There's Lydia. So basically these are guys that are pilgrims, and they were sent to the 7,000 steps. I don't know if you recognize, but this guy right here, Klimek,
7,000 steps indeed. Next time they need to build it closer to the ground.
he doesn't go up there now, but he would take the 7,000 steps. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but that we are going to be on the very top of that after we take these 7,000 steps. But before we end up going there, I just want to explore first. But that guy that we just got done hearing, he was like the bard. He would take food and supplies and stuff up to those people up there, and it would be a dangerous thing for him, because especially when you're going through there at night at the 7,000 steps, and when you're going there at night through the 7,000 steps, it can be dangerous because there are what are called trolls there, and trolls are very high level and very dangerous, and if you don't have the right equipment, you will most likely not win that fight. Alright, so we just got done crafting one of our weapons. It was this ancient Nord axe that we're holding right here. And that's another cool thing. That's another cool feature about this game too, because you can craft your weapons and make them legendary and make them a lot stronger to fight with. And the more you craft your weapons, the more stronger they become, and the more fierce they become, and also the more powerful they become too, as you can see there. Alright, so now we are beginning our road to the 7,000 steps. So so I will be talking to you guys because this is going to be a long way up. Because again, it's the 7,000 steps to this place called High Hrothgar. So on our journeys, we will be killing some animals so we can take their pelts. Alright, so we just killed a goat. And we can take this goat hide. Alright, so we just took that goat hide. And there's a guy up here. Let's talk to him.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar.
I did. Strange days when the monks would do that. I wonder what it means. I like to spend time up here. Walk the steps. Meditate on the enemies.
Doesn't hurt when I bag some game along the way. They're not the sort to take visitors, but I never go that high up the path anyway. Some folk who make the trip leave them food or other essentials, but not to make conversation.
Alright,
Until next time.
so let's go ahead and continue. And when you come up here to the 7,000 steps, you will run into some adventurists, just like we did there. He was also setting out on a pilgrimage to the 7,000 steps, the steps that we're going across now. And once we get up to this place, you guys will see how high it really is. That's why they call it the 7,000 steps, because it is high and secluded, away from civilization. We can make wolf armor with the wolf pelt, but I don't need any wolf pelts right now. Alright, come on, Lydia. Gotta make sure you stay with me at all costs. Alright, so we are continuing our quest here to the 7,000 steps. And another cool part about this game, guys, is you don't necessarily have to continue with once you get a quest, you don't necessarily have to continue that quest. You can cancel the quest at any time and go and do another quest, and the current quest that you were doing that you canceled will not be affected and will not affect your gameplay. You can always go back to that quest at any point in the game. If you feel like you want to explore, and that's the cool part about Skyrim, because you don't always have to do quests. You can always explore the open world because you never know what you might find by exploring. So you always want to make sure that you explore the open world because you never know what you could find. You never know if you could run into some legendary armor. You never know if you could run into some legendary weapons. You just never know. So it's always a good thing to explore before doing quests. That's just me. Like I said, I'm a gamer, so I feel differently about things. But that's just me. Um, if you're a person and you like to just knock out quests, just like to knock them out, feel free to knock them out and do quests. If you don't like exploring, then you can just do the quests and knock them out. But me, I like to explore and just find things. So again, that's just me. Some people might feel differently about it, and that's fine. So as you guys can see, we're almost halfway there. We're not exactly there yet. We're almost halfway there. We're not fully at the 7,000 steps yet. And we are going to be coming across a snow troll. As you can see him right there. We can choose to fight him. We don't have to, but I don't have the right equipment. So I just hope I don't die while fighting this troll. I'm gonna die. Get him, Lydia. Get him. Oh, I'm gonna die. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we are not gonna worry about that. Just don't die, Lydia. Come on. Come catch me. Oh, you know what? I do have some potions. We can drink some of our potions. There we go. Now our health is fully restored. And another thing about having companions is as long as they're helping you fight, and if they're helping you fight your enemy and they get knocked down and they don't die, then that's a good thing because they stay in the fight. And so as long as you're fighting enemies and they don't die, but they just get knocked down, it's always a good thing. Alright, so we're trying to... Oh, yeah, he's going to kill us. He's going to kill us. Lydia, get up, please. I need you in this. Actually, no, I don't. I don't need you, but I just don't want to die. Like I said before, guys, if you don't have the right gear or right equipment and you're going up against a snow troll, they can be very difficult to kill, just like you saw there. I believe that was a level 7 or level 8 troll. Level 7 or level 8. So, we made it through, thank God. We didn't die. If we did die, it really wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have really affected anything, but I was wanting to not die, and we didn't die. We got through that successfully with our health potions. I had 14, now I have none. So, that was a good thing. Alright, so, let's continue our journey to the 7,000 steps. Yeah, this is a very long way up, so The next time you guys will have to come up here to High Hrothgar, and it's always available for you to fast travel to. But the next time you guys have to come up here to High Hrothgar, please don't take the 7,000 steps. I'm just letting all of you gamers out there know that you don't necessarily have, if you have to come up here again, you don't really have to take the 7,000 steps. If you want to, you can, but it takes up time. It would be better just to fast travel here than to just come and run all the way back up here. But you know, if you guys like, you know, just taking time and taking up your time running up here, then by all means run up here instead of fast traveling. You know, that's just how some people feel, and that's fine. All right, so that chest is empty. Let's search some of these sacks. Ooh, an apple. Alright, we could take that. That will come in handy. Potion of Cure Disease. We will need that. If you guys happen to download the, if you guys, I'm playing this with downloadable content. So, if you end up getting the downloadable content, like the Hearthfire DLC, the Dragonborn DLC, and the Dawnguard DLC, you will run into something called vampires. There are vampires in this game. And you will run into something called vampires. And vampires are low levels, but if you get attacked by a vampire and you don't get cured for it soon enough, their blood will forever stay in you, and you will transform into a vampire. And once you turn into a vampire, there's really no turning back to your human self. Once you're a vampire, you stay a vampire. And being a vampire, you can't go out in the sun because it's really, vampires don't like the sun. That's why they're always out during the nighttime. So just keep that in mind too as well, guys.
We will see if you truly have the gift. Show us, Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice.
Alright, so now we are going to equip our Force Shout.
Dragonborn, it is you.
Alright.
Welcome to High Hrothgar. I am Master Andi. I speak for the Graveyards. Now, tell me, Dragonborn.
So now we are answering their summons. They summoned us up here, all the way up here, to talk to us and tell us what kind of potential that we have, and tell us that we are strong enough to defeat Alduin, that we are strong enough to defeat Alduin, but first we have to get the blessing from the Greybeards before that happens.
We are honored to welcome a Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. We will do our best to teach you how to use your gift in fulfillment of your destiny. That is for you to discover. We can show you the way, but not your destination.
Alright, so now we are ready to learn.
You are Dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path they come for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you roll, the second word in unrelenting force. Roll means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with force, to focus your thumb or shout.
Alright, Alright, so now we are learning the second part of this shout. He's giving us the blessing to learn this. So we just stand above it to learn it.
In order to use it in the shop. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shops. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einhard will allow you to tap into his understanding of role.
Alright, so now we are going to be using our shout on the targets. They're teaching us how to basically progress our shout. As you can see there, they're teaching us the gift on how to use our shout and how to make it stronger. We have to do three demonstrations of these. We just passed the second one. Now we're going to be doing the third demonstration.
Impressive. Your film is precise. You show great promise, Dragon. We will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Morgan.
Alright, now we're going to follow this guy. And now they're going to teach us. So basically, again, they're just teaching us how to better progress our shout in order to defeat our enemies with. And the more you learn, the better you become at that shout, and the more stronger it becomes. And these shouts can be very effective in the game when in battle, because they will have a great effect on your opponent when you use them. So it's always a good thing to learn these shouts if you're playing this game, because it helps. And it will also help keep you alive. And now we're going to be learning the whirlwind sprint.
You will now see how you learn a completely new shout. Master Bori will teach you wood, which means whirlwind. Before you can project it into a film. Master Woodcar will demonstrate whirlwind sprint. Then it will be your turn.
Alright, so now basically that gate that you guys see right there, we're going to be sprinting across it before it closes. Just like you saw him do, so it would be good to go ahead and equip that.
Stand next to me. Master Boy will open the gate. Use your whirlwind sprint to pass through before it closes.
Okay, we didn't use it.
Your best effort.
I was not paying attention and pressed the wrong button. So now we have to retry. Alright.
Your quick mastery of a new theme is astonishing. I'd heard the stories of the abilities of Dragonborn, but to see it for myself. You are now ready for your last trial. Retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ostengrad. Remain true to the way of the voice. You will return.
Okay, so now we have to go and retrieve this horn of Jürgen Windcaller. It was ancestor that ruled before them. He's ancient, and before he died, he was in the caves exploring, and that's basically how he ended up passing away. He was in the caves, and there were too many enemies before him, and it wasn't. He thought he was in the fighting spirit, and he wasn't, and he just lost all faith and hope, and just died in the cave. And the enemies took his body, buried him somewhere, and then they took the horn, and now they're holding the horn. Now they're holding the horn, and you have to go and get it back. So now we will go to our map, and that town, or that city, okay, Ustengrav is all the way up here. But what we can do is, to get there faster, we can fast travel to the Whiterun stables, and we can take a carriage up there. And we can get there faster. So we will look on our map again to see what city that was. I believe it was Morthal. Yeah, it's Morthal. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a stagecoach there.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
To Morthal.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Now we get on the carriage and we take it to Morthal. And that is another good, effective, useful tool to use as well, guys. If something is far away from you and you have a place that you haven't discovered yet, take the stagecoach. It will always take you to where you need to go. And especially if it's far and if it's to a place that you have not yet discovered, stagecoaches always come in handy. So be sure to put the stagecoach to good use if you're traveling somewhere. So always be sure of that.
Well, aren't you the pretty one? I bet all the men chase after me.
I want her gear.
The people here work so hard, and they never allow themselves a moment of fun.
Alright, I'm gonna have Lydia attack her.
Alright, what is it?
Because I want her gear.
What do you mean? These people are like cattle. All they do is work, sleep, and eat.
And that just added a bounty to our heads. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and kill her, and then if they want us to pay the bounty, we can always pay it. It's not going to really cost that much to pay it off once we get it. Alright, so now we're going to take her gold, we're going to take her key. I'm sorry, I just had to do that. I wanted her gear. Her gear is really badass. Alright, arrest me. We don't have money to pay the bounty. Now they're just going to be attacking us when we appear here. Alright, so now I'm running. I'm gone. Okay, so we just basically committed a crime, and all because I wanted her clothes. Her clothes are badass though. I'm sorry, I just wanted to do it. I should go back there so I can save Lydia, because they knocked her down. And I need her with me at all times. But if we go back there and fight, we're just going to have a bigger bounty on our heads. I would serve my time in jail, but they're going to end up taking all the stuff that I stole, and then I will no longer have possession of it. So it would be good just to... Oh, they're going to kill us. Get up, Lydia, get up. You must stay in this fight. As long as she doesn't die, or as long as they don't kill her, she'll be fine. I'm just going to go ahead and go without her. She's not going to die, because they're not going to kill her. She's not going to let them kill her. They're just going to be attacking me now, since she's down. But when we get to this cave, she'll be fine, and she'll be right with us again. I should get my bow and arrows, though, and just, like, go kill them. But, like I said, I don't want to have a big bounty on my head, a much bigger bounty on my head than what I have already. It's only 40 gold to pay it off. And right now, I don't have 40 gold. Actually, yeah, I have 137. So why wasn't I able to pay it off then? Alright, well, anyway. I'm a Thane. I should have been able to have the option to have them look the other way, but it's whatever. I don't care. Once we come back, we can always just talk to them and we can pay our way out of our bounty. But until then, we're going to keep this bounty on our head until we pay it. So, we're going to continue our adventure. We have to go to this ancient cave to get the horn of Jurgen Windcaller, and we have to give it back to the Greybeards once we discover it and find it and retrieve it. So now we will go ahead and go inside this cave. Once we get to it, we're almost there. It's just right ahead. It's actually right here. And now we will go inside of it. Oh, there's enemies nearby. Let's take them out first. More low-level bandits that I do not mind fighting. We're coming across a novice necromancer. Easy kill. Didn't really take all of our health away. Thank you for the gold. Thank you for the gold and the ale. Sorry. Let's go back and search this necromancer, see what they have. They don't have anything. Alright, and let's go back and search this guy. Alright, thank you for the bandit, or thank you for the gold, sorry. Thank you for the gold and the mead. We will proudly take that off your hands. Gold, lockpick. Oh, yes, we need this. We can use that. Storm Atronach. That will come in handy. So let's go ahead and equip that as we just got a scroll. If you come across some chests and you search the chest, you will find some scrolls, and they will come in handy because you can use these. And we just got a Storm Atronach, and it will be active for 60 seconds, and then after that it will be gone. So it's good to have that on us. We can use that. Alright, so as soon as we get inside this cave, well, it'll probably be a good thing to go ahead and use that because Storm Atronachs are really powerful, believe it or not. They're low levels, but they're really powerful. And they pack a punch. And there is Lydia right by our side. She has her weapon out. Why do you have your weapon out? Oh, I know why. Because we are getting ready to fight some bad guys. And there goes our Storm Atronach. And we will get our other scroll out. Targets take 20 points of frost damage for 10 seconds, plus stamina damage. Okay. Oops. Now look at that. How cool is that? That's that's the scroll of the blizzard for you guys. Alright, so now we're gonna go back and get our axe. Always have that equipped at all times. Take some gold. Spell tome, sparks. We just learned a new spell. Alright, we will take this health potion. And is that a book? Yes, it is. We don't need that though. I thought it was a special legendary book. Nothing. Do you have any gold on you? Yes, you do. Thank you. Do you have any gold? Yes, you do. Thank you. Alright, so now we are going to continue. And our Storm Atronach is gone. So that was pretty cool. Just to have a Storm Atronach on our fighting on our side for 60 seconds. All because of a scroll. So that's pretty darn cool. And some Draugrs took out some Necromancers, low-level Necromancers. And these are low-level Draugrs. These are easy kills. Gold. I should take his battle axe, but I don't need it. I'm a one-handed person. I don't like using two-handed weapons. It depends on what the weapon is. But when you use a two-handed weapon versus a one-handed weapon, it tends to slow you down using a two-handed weapon because they're a lot more heavier and you swing a lot more slower when using a two-handed weapon, so they tend to slow you down versus using a one-handed weapon. So just keep that in mind as well. We're just going to continue through this cave, finish fighting off these Draugr. Okay, so now we just finished fighting off these Draugr. Oh, there's another iron helmet. We don't need that though. I already have one. Lydia has one, so we're golden. All right. And this cave will always be available later for us to come back and do some exploration if we want to. So just keep that in mind too as well, guys. All right, so that looks like... Okay, and we will get that. So that looks like that's about all the time we have, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will probably end up doing a part 3 of this next week. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And after our part 3, I will end up doing a Gears of War video all the way up to part 6 or however long it takes to complete it. So just be sure to pay attention to that as well. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. You have been a gracious host, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so that way you can be notified of when the next video is going to be coming out. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, leave some comments to let me know what you thought about this video, and thank you guys for watching. This is Jim signing off until next time.